The Gulf Breeze UFO mystery presented by Space, the Final Frontier, above and beyond an open-minded channel. It began on a quiet November night in 1987. The small coastal community of Gulf Breeze, Florida, was the kind of town where people left porch lights glowing late into the evening, and the sound of waves rolling in from Pensacola Bay carried through the darkness. Few could have imagined that this peaceful town would soon become the center of one of the most controversial UFO cases in American history. A case filled with photographs, eyewitnesses, government denials, alien encounters, claims of telepathy, and accusations of an elaborate hoax. To this day, believers insist the sightings were proof humanity was being watched by something not of this earth. Skeptics say it was nothing more than one man fooling an entire town. This is Space, the Final Frontier, above and beyond an open-minded channel. For your entertainment, we step into the mystery the Gulf Breeze encounters. The encounter that changed everything occurred on November 11th, 1987. Ed Walters, a local building contractor, claimed he was driving near his home when something impossible appeared overhead. According to Walters, a strange craft descended silently into the night sky above Gulf Breeze. He would later describe it as something straight out of a movie. Hovering roughly 2 feet above the ground, the object emitted an eerie blue glow. Walters claimed the craft suddenly projected a beam of blue light directly at him. Then something terrifying happened. He said he could not move, paralyzed, frozen in place. Walters claimed the beam immobilized him, but not before he could pull out a Polaroid camera and begin taking photographs of the craft suspended in the darkness. The photographs showed what appeared to be a metallic disc-shaped object hovering above trees and homes in Gulf Breeze. The images would soon become some of the most famous UFO photographs of the late 1980s. But that first encounter, according to Walters, was only the beginning. Over the following weeks, Walters claimed the mysterious craft returned again and again, sometimes appearing silently over roads, other times hovering over water, and eventually, according to Walters, landing. He described one incident in which the object descended onto Soundside Drive before opening and releasing 5 alien beings onto the roadway. The entities, he claimed, moved silently beneath the glow of the craft. Then one of them turned toward him. The beings stared directly through his window. What happened next pushed the story beyond a simple UFO sighting and deep into the realm of alien contact. Walters claimed the beings communicated telepathically, not only in English, but also in Spanish. He alleged the entities somehow projected thoughts directly into his mind while presenting him with a strange book containing images of dogs. Why dogs? Walters never fully understood. Some researchers later speculated the aliens may have been attempting to demonstrate familiarity with Earth life. Others believed the bizarre detail only made the story harder to believe, but Walters insisted the encounter was real. Then came another disturbing claim. He alleged a blue beam once again struck him and lifted him nearly 3 feet off the ground, an apparent anti-gravity effect. If true, it would represent technology far beyond anything publicly known at the time. As the weeks passed, Walters reported additional encounters, more photographs, more sightings, more missing time episodes. His family would eventually claim nearly 20 separate encounters with the mysterious craft. And soon, the rest of Gulf Breeze began seeing things too. Walters began discussing episodes of missing time. He described driving late at night before suddenly realizing hours had vanished. He claimed to have encountered bright lights approaching his vehicle. Under hypnosis, Walters stated he had been abducted by the aliens multiple times. The Gulf Breeze case was now evolving from UFO sightings into full-scale alien encounter territory, and that shift divided the UFO community itself. Although Walters never gave a fully detailed, room-by-room description, like some famous abductees claimed, he did describe fragments of what he said happened inside the craft during hypnosis sessions. His accounts focused more on sensations, strange beings, lights, telepathic. Walters believed he had been abducted by aliens multiple times. As the sessions continued, he described fragmented memories of being taken aboard a strange craft, unlike anything human. He recalled curved metallic walls glowing with a cold bluish light and narrow corridors that seemed almost seamless, as if the entire structure had been formed from a single piece of material. The air inside carried a sharp chemical scent, while a deep humming vibration pulsed through the floor beneath him. Walters claimed shadowy humanoid beings moved silently around him, communicating not with spoken words but directly into his mind. He described moments of paralysis, terrifying medical examinations under brilliant white light, and an overwhelming sensation that time itself no longer behaved normally inside the craft. At times, he said images flashed through his consciousness like pages in a book. Dogs, symbols, unfamiliar landscapes, and faces he did not recognize. The Gulf Breeze case was now evolving from simple UFO sightings into full-scale alien encounter territory, and that shift divided the UFO community itself. Some investigators believed Walters was uncovering evidence of genuine extraterrestrial contact, while others argued the hypnosis sessions had transformed an already controversial sighting into a sensational abduction narrative impossible to verify. What had once been photographs of strange lights over a quiet Florida town had become something far darker and far more divisive, a story of missing time, telepathic entities, and alleged journeys inside an alien craft. But Ed Walters wasn't the only one claiming something terrifying was happening in Gulf Breeze. Ed Walters' wife, Frances Walters, also became part of the growing mystery surrounding the Gulf Breeze UFO incident. According to accounts connected to the case, Frances claimed she experienced strange events in and around their home during the height of the sightings. She reportedly described unexplained lights illuminating rooms late at night, unusual electrical disturbances, and an intense feeling that something was watching the house from outside. One of her most unsettling stories involved an encounter she had while inside the family home alone. Frances later claimed she noticed an eerie glow outside the windows and initially believed someone was shining headlights toward the property. But when she looked outside, she reportedly saw a strange, illuminated object hovering silently nearby. The light intensified until it flooded the room, leaving her temporarily disoriented and frightened. She described a sensation of paralysis and overwhelming fear, followed by fragmented memories that felt dreamlike and impossible to fully explain. Frances also claimed she witnessed strange beings inside or near the home during the night. She reportedly described shadowy humanoid figures standing near the bedroom and moments where she felt unable to move or cry out. Like Ed's claims, these experiences blurred the line between paranormal encounter, sleep paralysis, hypnosis-induced memory, and possible alien abduction narratives. At first, many residents dismissed the story as fantasy, but then strange reports started pouring into the offices of the Gulf Breeze Sentinel newspaper. Orange lights hovering over the bay, blue beams moving through the night sky, oval-shaped craft silently drifting above neighborhoods. One woman claimed she awoke at 2 in the morning to discover a glowing orange object sitting in her yard. Another witness described seeing a silent, disc-shaped craft glide over the water without wings or sound. As the sightings increased, so did the tension within the community. People began gathering at night with binoculars and cameras. Some claimed they saw lights darting across the sky. Others reported objects vanishing instantly without making a sound. One of the most compelling witness accounts came from Brenda Pollock, a Gulf Breeze councilwoman who personally knew Ed Walters. Pollock claimed she observed strange orange lights along the treetops while crossing the Pensacola Bay Bridge in March of 1988. When she arrived home, she discovered her husband had been with a group at Shoreline Park examining Walters' photographs. As the group briefly left the area, flashes of light suddenly illuminated the darkness. They rushed back to find Walters once again holding fresh Polaroids allegedly showing a UFO. Pollock publicly defended Walters, insisting he was not the kind of person who would fake such events. Soon, other respected members of the community began stepping forward. Santa Rosa County Commissioner John Broxson claimed he witnessed bright hovering lights above his home. Art and Mary Hufford described seeing a silent gray oval object drifting above the treetops. Jeff Thompson reported observing a small craft outside his residence for nearly 10 minutes. According to Thompson, the object emitted a crackling sound before simply vanishing into thin air. He also claimed to witness military jets pursuing another UFO across the sky. Then came reports of helicopters. Multiple residents alleged they saw military helicopters chasing unidentified objects near Gulf Breeze in January of 1990. The United States Navy denied the claims entirely, but for believers, the denials only added fuel to the fire. Something strange was happening in Gulf Breeze, or someone wanted people to think it was. As public fascination exploded, the photographs taken by Ed Walters became the centerpiece of the controversy. The Gulf Breeze Sentinel began publishing the images, initially identifying Walters only through mysterious aliases like Mr. X. The photographs quickly spread across America. Television programs covered the story. UFO researchers arrived in Florida. National attention exploded almost overnight. Among those drawn into the case was Bruce Maccabee, an optical physicist and prominent UFO researcher. After examining several of the Polaroids, Maccabee concluded there was a strong possibility the photographs were genuine. He even instructed Walters to attempt more advanced photography techniques using paired Polaroid cameras for image triangulation. To believers, this gave the case scientific credibility. But skeptics were equally vocal. NASA analyst Robert Nathan examined the images and suggested many appeared to involve double exposures or manipulation techniques. Other investigators pointed to inconsistencies in lighting, reflections, and the spacing of windows on the alleged craft. One of the harshest critics was famed UFO skeptic Philip Klass. Klass dismissed the photographs outright. To him, the images looked staged, manufactured, a carefully constructed illusion. Even Gulf Breeze Mayor Ed Gray reportedly conducted his own analysis and concluded the photos were fake. But despite the skepticism, the sightings continued. And the story became even stranger. The Mutual UFO Network, better known as MUFON, strongly supported Walters. Its director at the time reportedly called Gulf Breeze the best UFO case the organization had ever investigated. Some within MUFON believed the aliens intentionally allowed Walters to photograph them as a way of revealing their existence to humanity. Membership in UFO organizations reportedly surged following the case. Tourists flooded Gulf Breeze hoping to witness something extraordinary. Sky watchers lined the beaches at night armed with cameras and tape recorders. Local businesses began selling UFO souvenirs. The town became a UFO hotspot almost overnight. But not everyone within the UFO research community agreed. Researchers connected to the Center for UFO Studies believed the photographs were fraudulent. Some claimed the object resembled a model. Others noticed what they described as waviness in the photos, suggesting reflections or water distortions. Then rumors began circulating about Walters himself. Certain acquaintances allegedly described him as a practical joker. Some even claimed Walters had previously joked about pulling off the ultimate prank. Investigators also noticed similarities between Walters' alien contact story and themes found in Whitley Strieber's best-selling alien abduction book, Communion, which had been released shortly before the sightings began. Still, no definitive proof existed. Not yet. Then everything changed in June of 1990. A discovery inside Walters' former home would ignite a firestorm within the UFO world. Reporter Craig Myers revealed that a small model resembling the UFO in Walters' photographs had allegedly been discovered hidden beneath insulation in the attic of Walters' old residence. The object was constructed from foam plates, drafting paper, tape, and colored plastic film. According to reports, news journal photographers were able to recreate images strikingly similar to Walters' famous UFO photographs using the model. The dimensions matched, the shape matched. Even details resembling the windows seen in the photos appeared nearly identical. To skeptics, this was the smoking gun, proof the Gulf Breeze UFO was a hoax, but believers refused to back down. Walters denied any knowledge of the model. He claimed either government agents or UFO debunkers had planted it inside the attic. Some supporters believed shadowy intelligence agencies wanted to discredit him before the truth could spread further. Others pointed to the timing of the discovery, arguing it appeared too convenient. The UFO community fractured almost instantly. Some investigators abandoned Walters. Others defended him even more fiercely than before. The debate had become emotional, personal, almost tribal. And through it all, Gulf Breeze remained trapped between belief and ridicule. But there were still lingering questions. If the photographs were fake, what about the witnesses? Were dozens of residents lying, hallucinating, mistaking military aircraft for alien craft? Or had mass hysteria swept through the community? Gulf Breeze sits near Eglin Air Force Base, one of the largest military installations in the United States. The region is heavily associated with military aircraft testing and classified operations. Some local officials suggested experimental aircraft or military exercises could explain at least some of the sightings. Police Chief Jerry Brown believed many residents simply became caught in a domino effect of hysteria triggered by Walter's photographs. Once people expected to see UFOs, they started seeing them everywhere. Psychologists have long studied how expectation and suggestion can influence perception, especially during periods of intense media coverage. But for believers, that explanation never fully accounted for the consistency of certain reports, nor did it explain alleged radar anomalies, military activity, or reports of helicopters pursuing objects across the sky. Then there were the claims of missing time and alien encounters. Could one man fabricate such an elaborate narrative for fame and money? Critics pointed out Walters eventually received major financial offers tied to books and television rights. Supporters countered that no amount of money would justify the ridicule and scrutiny he endured. The deeper investigators looked, the murkier the case became. And then came even more damaging revelations. A former friend of Walters reportedly claimed he personally witnessed Walters faking UFO photographs as part of a practical joke. Reports later emerged that Walters and his wife had accumulated millions of dollars connected to the phenomenon. To skeptics, the entire mystery now appeared motivated by profit and attention. Yet even after the model discovery and mounting criticism, sightings in Gulf Breeze continued into the early 1990s. People still gathered along the Pensacola Bay Bridge, watching the skies. Some remained convinced they were witnessing something beyond human understanding. Others believed they were watching the aftermath of one of the greatest UFO hoaxes in American history. But beneath the controversy lurked a darker possibility. What if both sides were partially correct? What if some sightings were explainable, while others were not? Throughout UFO history, intelligence agencies have allegedly exploited public fascination with extraterrestrials as cover for classified military technology. Experimental aircraft, surveillance systems, advanced propulsion concepts. Could Gulf Breeze have unintentionally intersected with secret military operations? Or did the government simply ignore the entire affair because it viewed it as harmless hysteria? Believers often point to the proximity of Eglin Air Force Base as suspicious. Why were military helicopters allegedly reported near sightings? Why did some witnesses claim to observe jets pursuing unidentified objects? And why did authorities appear so eager to dismiss the reports? For conspiracy researchers, these questions open the door to theories involving government suppression and disinformation. Some believed agencies deliberately encouraged ridicule surrounding UFO reports in order to hide genuine encounters. Others suggested Walters himself may have been manipulated, either knowingly or unknowingly. The truth is, no definitive answer has ever emerged. Even decades later, the Gulf Breeze incident remains deeply polarizing. To believers, it represents one of the greatest mass UFO sighting events in modern American history. To skeptics, it stands as a cautionary tale about media frenzy, belief, and deception. And perhaps that's why the story still fascinates people today. Because Gulf Breeze exists in that unsettling gray area where certainty disappears, where photographs can be questioned, witnesses can be doubted, and truth becomes nearly impossible to separate from illusion. Somewhere between the glowing lights over Pensacola Bay, the terrified witnesses, the mysterious blue beams, the alleged alien encounters, the hidden attic model, and the whispers of government cover-ups, lies a mystery that refuses to die. Maybe Ed Walters orchestrated the entire phenomenon. Maybe an entire town became trapped inside a wave of mass hysteria. Or maybe, just maybe, something truly unexplained hovered silently above Gulf Breeze on those dark Florida nights. And if it did, who or what was inside? This has been Space, the Final Frontier, above and beyond. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the mysteries hidden beyond the stars.